Because it makes sense does not mean that it is true. Now, when you're a gullible individual, a person tell you something within your imagination, without you being in a certain location, and say, man, and Africa right now, there's a war over two tribes fighting for each other, right? And they just hearing word of mouth, and you'll say, that's true. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. That is true. But the truth is, there haven't been a tribal war since the last 60 years or some shit, right? In this example. So because it makes sense, do not mean it's true. Okay? Because when you think it and they say, oh yeah, that makes sense, it do not mean it's true. And if you and any people is walking around thinking that because it makes sense, it's true, you're a gullible motherfucker. All right? You're gullible. Because it makes sense, do not mean it's true. All right? Because reality is often something that you have to experience first to understand what exactly you're coming back to as a memory. All right? Because it makes sense does not mean it is true. All right? So get those fallacies out of your head. All right? These are fallacies, okay? Mental shortcuts, okay? These are biases, okay? Because it makes sense does not mean it is true. All right? Often reactionable until you experience it for yourself, and then you realize that, man, that's possible, or man, that's not possible, because you know what reality is. That means you're rooted, right? Don't just believe anything just because a person says it. Because it makes sense does not mean do not mean it is true. A lot of females need to know this. A lot of females think that they're ahead of men because they think it makes sense. But reality does not work like that. That's why often a lot of females, when they get older, they have lots of regrets. Because it makes sense do not mean it is true. All right? Have a nice day.